Alrighty, so continuing with our little draft thing. Actually, click stop record. Colts need a quarterback. That is a no-brainer. They spend all that time working online, so honestly, I'm not that sold on Jacob Eason. Special decisions under pressure. I personally mm, very took Denzel Mims. I'm stuck between the three. I feel like with the need, Jacob Eason is always says he only struggles under pressure. Pressure shouldn't be that great based on how the offensive line is for the Colts. So I think they do take Jacob Eason with this pick. Now Tampa. How do we help Tom Brady? Defensive end. Wide receiver. All are great. Let me see. I mean, I'm pretty sure they brought Nimgani. They brought Sue back. That's what I'm saying. Could go. What's that they need? They don't really have that good of corners, right? Wide receiver. I mean, their final wide receiver. If they want to take a third string wide receiver, like a third or fourth, that's their choice. But this pick, I feel as if they should go defensive end. I feel like as a unit, they were pretty good last year defensively, so they got that going for them. I feel like the kind of player Sue is, it'd be nice to kind of use the opposite with the draft pick. So I'm gonna take Julian Okwara. That's how you say Okwara. Alrighty, Denver. Let's see. I know they took Henry Ruggs already. Okay, that's it. Corner. Everybody needs a corner. Just chill. I think it's too early to take Damon Arnett though. Right? 8 pass breakups, 1 interception. Okay. Still got all. Who are the best players available? I mean, their final running back, I'm not really sure about line. Defensive tackle. Is anybody even a center? I guess not. wide receiver, they got their wide receiver of the future. They actually lost Will Parks. They re-signed fuck was it? Jack, I forget his name. So I mean, safety could be a pick here. Could use defensive tackle. They got tight end already. Alright. I think with this pick, I'm gonna take a safety because I know it's one safety that's already been franchised, and their other safety is not that good, if I'm not mistaken. Cool, no, not that. Falcons need a center to replace Alex Mack. I don't care what these people say. They need a center to replace Alex Mack. I think they'll take Cesar Ruiz out of Michigan. 5 stars. At right guard, even. So, I mean, if they need him to switch, then he could switch to inside. So, I think they take Cesar Ruiz. Jets. Team needs, this says, we already got, let's see. So, we got Jedrick Wills. We need a wide receiver. No offense. Wide receiver. T. Higgins. Big playmaker. Let's just Shenault, Brandon Ayuk. I'm going to take Higgins because I feel it's Crowderson. Or Crowder, I don't know, whatever. Their starting wideout is more of a speedster. He's kind of like a mix between like a Brandon Ayuk and T. Higgins based on playstyle. But I feel like a big playmaker would be huge. So I'm going to go with T. Higgins. Alright, Steelers, they finally get a pick. Steelers they need quarterback. I'm not sold. What do they say? Tackle would also be huge. I feel like a lot of these teams need a quarterback as well. Honestly, do they get a later pick? No, they do not. I mean, they can. There's a lot of running backs on the board. Tight end, they could use a nice tight end. Since McDonald, if I'm not mistaken, is kind of getting old. But I feel like Mason Rudolph kind of got sacked too many times. You know, he kind of got a concussion for getting sacked. He got sacked and he started to fight somebody. So I feel like protecting their quarterback is important. I'm going to take Isaiah Wilson out of Georgia. And the Bears. The double doink. Let's see. We got corner, wide receiver. They did get rid of wide receiver. They got Allen Robinson. I mean, if they really wanted to, they could look for speed. But I feel like that's not going to get them anywhere, so they can't catch the ball. I'm going to look at big bodied. That's goofy. I'm going to take Laviska Shenault with this pick here. Their big time receiver. Cowboys. Um, Cowboys need a little bit of everything. They suck. Defensive end, corner, wide receiver. I don't really feel they need a wide receiver that much, mainly because they have their starting two. So that third guy isn't really as important as they might think. Defense could be a pick. They lost Robert Quinn. They lost Malik Collins, if I'm not mistaken, as well. Davidson is kind of be the 1-2 punch with Demarcus Lawrence. You know, I would totally pick one of the guys down here, but I gotta be honest. So I'll take Marlon Davidson. And Rams need a running back. I just want to see them say. Oh, this website's stupid. Alright. Rams do not have a running back right now, if I'm not mistaken. So, I think based on what we have here, I think they will take DeAndre Swift, who is considered as one of the best running backs in this class, along with Jonathan Taylor. Some people have him above. I have him below Jonathan Taylor, and I think he's the perfect fit right here. Did the Rams even have a first-round pick? No, this is their first-round pick. My Eagles. We need a wide receiver. I would have loved to have a Denzel Mims or a Tee Higgins. But what we need is a big-time receiver. Let me see. Great at punt return, says. So I feel like Brandon Ayuk from Arizona State is probably the most rounded wide receiver that we have right here. So I'm gonna take him to hopefully try and lead my Eagles back to the playoffs. Bills. Bills need corner defensive end. Who did I already get them? Let me see. They'd be down here. They must have made a trade. Oh yeah, with the Vikings for trying to think. What's his name? Stephon Diggs. Alrighty. Let's see. So many people off the board. Number 54. Let's go to all. Who is their running back? Devin Singletary? What is they need defensive end, running back? I don't need running back. I think one of the biggest who did they play last year? They played the Texans. Yeah, they played the Texans. Pretty sure they all. Yeah. I'm gonna take Ross Blacklock. Yeah, Ross Blacklock. Mainly because it'd be nice to have a strong inside guy. You know, the injury concern is still a little concern, but I feel like a strong inside guy would be very valuable here. Blacklock. Okay. Ravens. Oh god, they need everything. So I have them taking either Gross Mottos. I feel like if they can get a strong combo to kind of help um, Mark Ingram, that'd be pretty useful. Dobbins, if I'm not mistaken, is a he's got nice hands. Yeah, he's got nice hands. Great out the backfield. So I'm gonna take him as that number 2 to Mark Ingram. The Lions, they traded this pick with the Bengals. Oh god, they took Jeffrey Okudah. Then I forget, they took Terrell Lewis. All right, team needs defensive end. Chris Weaver. Let me look. Looks overweight and sluggish. I mean, you can't really get the true player's potential based on how he looks sluggish. I mean, he should be used up the field, to be honest. I feel like a defensive end is the pick here. I don't feel they need a ground and pound, excuse me, kind of a player like Curtis Weaver. I feel like they need a more athletic player. I'm gonna take Jabari Zuniga from Florida. So Lions. Alright, Rams, back to you. Another tackle this year was trash. Andrew Whitworth. Let me look. I mean, that's not going to be the biggest issue, mainly because they're going to be trying to protect Jared Goff. That was really one of the biggest issues. So based on that, I'm going to say that Prince Tega Wanogua, I'm sorry, they're going to take him out of Auburn. Oh, the Vikings. They already got their 1-2. Got Hamler, got Diggs. Yes. So they got their receiver and their corner. They need edge, right? Because they lost somebody on the edge. Tackle the edge. Oh, safety. Hey, because they got. I'm not really safety though. Just go to all. I mean, they did lose their They did lose. What's his name? I forget his name, but they did lose somebody on the defensive end. So I feel like that's really their biggest spot right now. right now, the only negative is how he looks, is what they're saying to me. So I think that they could take Curtis Weaver from Boise State, pick 58. Alrighty, Seahawks. I'm gonna be 100. I think they could take a tight end. Team need. Really, nobody says they need a tight end, but when you least expect it, you're gonna be picking one up. They got Greg Olsen. He's old as dirt, so nobody really knows how long he's gonna play. I feel Trexpo and Air extends. Pass catching. I mean, I wouldn't really. Let me see. Effective on the balls in his hands. That's probably it. I'm pretty sure what's his, it's like Aquanibanam, something like that. He's a big dude, so I feel like he'd be useful as one of those up and get him at the on the field, big time player. But I'm gonna take Cole Kempt, at Notre Dame as kind of that replacement for Greg Olsen whenever he's done. 60, we go back to the Ravens. Their offensive line was pretty fine this year. I know they signed Matthew Judon to a free agents for a franchise tag. I mean, safety is not really their biggest need right now. Alright, so I'm gonna make a trade. Because they don't really need position here. Trade somebody, let's trade with Seattle. No, let's trade with Kansas City. Can we trade that first? The current pick. For that and that. Declined, yeah. I really don't think they need this pick. But I mean, I guess we can try Kansas City again. Use a different pick though. Bam, bam. Second, maybe too high. Like a fourth. Declined, yeah, they're not getting picks. So, I mean, I think it's always good to stack up on defensive line. Let's see. So he's injury prone. I'm gonna take Lloyd Cushenberry of LSU. All SEC honors. Not as injury prone. I'm pretty sure the Titans do need a safety. Because they lost Logan Ryan. And they might have lost Kenny Vaccaro. I'm not sure though. Running back could also be a choice. Could select Clyde Edwards-Helaire. I think the possibility of them going a different direction is more likely. They got their 2 big wide receivers. There's not really any corners that are likely to go. I don't know. I mean, I think just for the sake of stacking up, I think the pick here at 61 would be Kyler Duggar. You know, if you had tackling, could it do that against Mahomes? Let's prove backpedal better up. He's a safety. Backpedal isn't going to be not as important as if he was a corner. So I'm going to take Kyle Duggar. Needs. Let's go to needs first. Guard, inside linebacker. They did lose Brian Bulaga. They also did lose Blake Martinez. I think for this pick, Logan Wilson. No. Billy Benefielder, sorry. Didn't reverse. That's fair. That's more or less like a run stopper, middle linebacker. I think they'll take Logan Wilson. Chiefs lost a lot. Running back could always be used, like a nice strong, get up in their back. I think Clyde's Edwards-Helaire is the running back that does not the most, but I also don't feel like he's really their most pressing need. So they already got AJ Terrell. They got their cornerback of the future. They need inside linebacker help. So we got outside Malik Harrison. The run game was not their strong. Like stopping it did not get your depth. Or in the box. I'm gonna take Malik Harrison. I mean, it says he's not. They could just move him if they really want. Or is there a guard? Not really. Not really any guards. I'm gonna take Malik Harrison for this pick. It might be a little bit back, or I mean, they're fine on defensive tackle. Defensive tackle is a need though. Actually, 5 sacks. Is it powerful? I'm gonna take Neville Gilmore out of Oklahoma. Be that rough and tough player down low with Chris Jones. And the Seahawks, once again, a pick they don't really need. Let me figure out who has the Bengals. It does. It'd be pick 65. Yes, Bengals do have pick 65. I'm trying to think. there's a chance that a team could try and move up. Because I mean, they really don't need this pick. I did take Jason there. Running back is a big need. Let's see. Bills. Anybody that's noticeable? Say, hey, we need running backs now. They took a running back. Running back. They got a nice running back. They got back. I mean, honestly, there's a chance Houston could take a running back based on the possibility of their running back they have not panning out. Alright, I'm going to have the Seahawks move down. They're going to move down to the Jets. Alright. 64, 68. That's right. Yes. I'm not completely sold on Le'Veon Bell, so I do think the possibility of them taking a running back is strong. So I'm going to take Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Alright, so this is kind of an overview of everybody's picks. Tristan Wirfs went number 8 to the Cardinals. Christian Fulton number 16 to the Falcons, as well as Cesar Ruiz. Yeah, I'm gonna stop naming all the people. I'm just gonna let you see it. Alright, so that was my draft based on the what they already had, and I made a few trades along the way for what makes sense. I will be doing mock drafts based on possible outcomes and possible the flips and other stuff. So we'll see what happens in the next video.